do that to you?
Hello everybody and welcome to Game Day! Woo, 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 woo. My name's Alexandra.
I'm Angelica.
And we are
This is Improv.
Today we are going to be playing 1 Minute Fairytales. I love 1 Minute Fairytales because it is a monologue game that you can play online or in person. If you are staying home with your family and friends, roommates, whatever, you can do this on a Saturday night. Or if you're on Zoom with your family and friends, you can do this as an icebreaker. Maybe you're having your first meeting as a class and you're like, hey guys, I don't know what to do. Let's do this, you know?
So you tell stories.
You tell stories.
And try not to scare them away. They're fairy tales, not campfire stories.
Fingers crossed. With 1 Minute Fairytales, it is exactly as it sounds. You are going to be suggested a fairy tale, whatever kind of fairy tale that might be, and you must tell that entire fairy tale in 1 minute. That fairy tale probably won't turn out how you want it to go. Fairy tale doesn't even have to be actually about that fairy tale, especially if you forget what the fairy tale is about.
Or you've never heard it because you're uncultured, like me.
I will be giving Angelica the suggestions for fairy tales, and Angelica will be giving moi the suggestions for fairy tales. So,
let us begin.
Let us begin.
Let's begin.
Okay, so your first fairy tale is The Princess and the Pea.
The Princess and the Pea.
I will be keeping time of her. On your mark, get set, go.
Once upon a time, there was a princess, and she lived in a huge castle. But the castle was losing money faster and faster as the queen and king liked to have jacuzzis installed throughout the kingdom. For everyone had to have a jacuzzi as they all had back problems. So the queen and the king decided, we need to marry our daughter off, because in those times not only did they have bad accents, oh no, so the princess had to be sold off, and the problem was she had a pee everywhere. She didn't have a bathroom, so no king got her.
You took your time with that intro.
Your fairy tale is going to be The Princess and the Frog.
Wow, lots of princesses today.
Look at us.
Look at us.
We're a princess.
So there was this one time when there was this princess and she really had a thing for amphibians. So she decided to go to the swamp and she was like gonna collect data. She was like a really smart scientist-y kind of princess, and she was just trying to, you know, find herself in the swamp world. And when she went there, she found this one frog and she thought he was really interesting because he looked a little bit different, had a little bit of gold flecks on him. So she picked him up, and when she picked him up, his tongue shot out and touched her mouth, and she went blah, 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 blah. And then he turned into this prince, and she was like, that's not the research I was looking for, bye. And as she walked away, he was like, no, 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 wait, are you a princess? You were supposed to, you make me feel better. And oh shoot, and then she was like, no, I don't need you, I'm an independent woman who don't need no man, bye, forever. And then he turned back into a frog. The end.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a story.
Thanks. So Angelica's next fairy tale is Hansel and Gretel.
Alright, so this time I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna do a minute.
She's gonna get it on time this time.
I'm gonna get it on time this
Fingers crossed. Okay, ready? On your mark, get set, go!
Once upon a time, there was a little boy and his dog, Gretel. The boy's name, Hansel. Did you know that? No, now you do. The little dog was like, "Mur, mur, mur, I am so hungry. I am a hungry dog." And Hansel was like, "Doggo, Gretel, you need to eat, but don't eat bad things." "But I found a cookie." And Gretel found a cookie and ate it. Then a witch found Gretel and said, I am going to get your dog. And Gretel was like, I'm here, Hansel, help me. Hansel was like, well, you ate the cookie. And the witch said, I'll adopt the dog. It's mine now. And she adopted Gretel and gave her a good diet. So she lived a long and healthy life. 12 years to be exact. The end.
Cool. All right. Wow.
I did it.
Now.
I got one.
Okay.
Robin Hood. The story of Robin Hood. On your mark, get set, go.
Once upon a dreary evening, there was this little boy named Reuben, and he decided to walk along the sidewalk, and he saw these men in tights, and he thought, wow, I'd like to be one of those guys when I grow up. So Reuben decided to walk towards these men in tights. He said, listen, men in tights, I'm Reuben, and I'd like to give money to poor people. And the men in tights were like, wow, Reuben, the young child, join us in our quest and you can give money to the poor. So they broke into multiple rich people's cottages, stole all of their jewelry, tied them up, left them I don't know where, and decided to give every single little piece to the poor, and Reuben lived happily ever after, living his days out on his own island. The end.
Reuben.
I don't know why. Okay, so that is how you play 1 minute fairy tales. Like we said, it doesn't have to actually pertain to the fairy tale whatsoever, but you know, helps with the idea.
I mean, it's always more fun to make it your own.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. Don't forget to check out the description down below if you're watching this on YouTube to look at our websites where you can educate yourselves or help some people out that are in need of this time. If you like the sound of our voices, make sure to check out our podcast. This is
Legends of Yesterday,
where we talk about histories, mysteries, and ghost stories of Florida. So if you have one, email us at info@thisisimprov.com. Available on Spotify and Apple Music.
Last week's was really spooky. It had to do with a guy named Joe.
There was a spider shadow too. My name is Alexandra.
And I'm Angelica.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share because sharing is caring. Thank you, beautiful creatures, for watching this. We will see you later. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. You're so creepy.